So I think I've already kind of said as much, but side by side, here is the moon and Mercury, and they kind of look similar. They kind of have that gray sort of look. That on the moon, I know that's kind of pulverized rock, so it ends up being kind of like this. What it's regolith, so it's probably the same on Mercury. Very very non-reflective. So actually, they are similar sizes, so they probably had similar kind of stories. Okay. Now, with regard to the moon, a lot of times you'll look and you'll kind of see the dark features and the light features. The dark features are called mare, and the light features are called highlands. And the mare, actually, I'm going to kind of talk you through how we got these kind of mare. They used to think they were seas, but obviously they are not seas, and it's not made of cheese either. So they are kind of flat lands, and actually mare were formed early on. I'm going to kind of talk you through kind of from left to right as impact when the moon was still ooey gooey, broke through the crust, and basically kind of the liquid mantle then kind of filled in those regions. Now the moon's no longer ooey gooey, but we still have kind of those marks from where the mantle came up and kind of smoothed over. Okay, so yeah, the moon's cratered, Mercury's cratered. But the moon, we believe, is now geologically dead. So Mercury actually then has its fair share of pockmarks. And we talked about ways in which the Earth's surface doesn't show these, the times of heavy bombardment that we know the Earth was subject to at one time, because it's resurfaced itself. So you can see, like the slide says, that it looks like they were ancient lava flows on Mercury's surface. Yeah. One feature, if you run into it on a test, hint, some of my tests for this material have it, is called Caloris Basin, and actually that's a proper name for an impact site on the planet Mercury. And it's just humongous. And relative to the size of Mercury, we're lucky that it didn't like just shatter Mercury. But basically, the shock wave flew through the planet, and you see a ripple kind of jumble of mess on the other side of the Caloris Basin, which is on Mercury. Another thing about Mercury, I don't know if you can kind of see this little kind of ridge there. Basically, it's a cliff and called a scarp. And it's that is actually an indication of when Mercury, it related to its being geologically dead. It cooled down quicker than the Earth, and basically it's kind of a contraction sort of deal as it cooled down.